Hello listeners, welcome to 50 Years of the Unofficial Countryside. This is a 4-part series about the Coal Valley Regional Park and its industrial history. The Coal Valley Regional Park is steeped in industrial heritage, such as quarrying, farming and agriculture, mills and brickmaking. These and other industries have shaped the landscape we are familiar with today, creating parks, lakes, pathways, nature reserves, rivers and canals, making diverse environments not just for us to enjoy, but for wildlife as well. During this short series, I want to take you on a journey through the Coal Valley Regional Park. Peppered with people's stories, memories and knowledge of the park, hopefully I will leave you with a flavour of the places that have been shaped by its industrial past. But for those out there who are not familiar with the Coal Valley Regional Park, here's a brief overview. It was founded in 1965. George Hooper, first Chief Executive of the newly formed Borough of Hillingdon Council, has been credited as the driver, encouraging local authorities to focus on the whole landscape. It is now led by the Coal Valley Park Community Interest Company, which represents the interests of everyone who lives, works and plays in the Coal Valley. The park is 43 square miles in area, and its boundaries run from Rickmansworth in the north, Staines in the south, Langley and Gerrards Cross to the west, and Uxbridge and Ruislip to the east. Because the park's boundaries border outer London, it has been considered as the first real taste of countryside to the west of London. It has around 70 lakes and 200 kilometres of rivers and canals. It has hundreds of green spaces, including country parks, nature reserves, and sites of special scientific interest. Throughout the Coal Valley Regional Park, there is evidence of the industrial past, but sometimes you just don't know it. Many of the spectacular landscapes in the Coal Valley Regional Park have been shaped over many years from the hard graft and toil of those before us. Whether it has been farmers tilling the fields using horse-drawn ploughs in preparation for the yearly crops, gravel diggers working in the pits, shoveling the gravel to be used for building roads, working men cutting into the dark earth and carving and shaping the Grand Junction Canal, or brickies working in the clay fields, preparing and moulding thousands of bricks for the building of villages, towns and cities. It was a hard life for them, long days and challenging conditions. And unknowingly, they have all played their part in shaping the landscape of the Coal Valley Regional Park. During this series, I will talk about some of the places in the park that have been shaped through its industrial history. So come and join me as I journey through the Coal Valley Regional Park, learning about its industrial past and the landscape left behind, providing places for walking, fishing, cycling, sailing, family days out, wildlife and more. Hear the memories and the knowledge shared by people I have met along the way, such as Barbara, who shares memories about Rickmansworth Aquadrome and Stockers Lake.
It's sort of a mysterious lake, I always think. But I must admit, it's like everyone who lives in an area, they don't appreciate what we've got. We used to, when the children were little, to go and feed the ducks and that sort of thing. People do appreciate it all down there. And of course, when we get the big Canal Festival, it's absolutely chock-a-block down there. It's a wonderful thing.
And Mike, remembering the canals.
The canals is a bit different. The canals have become more part of the everyday scene now, with lots of pleasure cruises and that sort of thing. But in those days, the 1970s, they were rather a new idea, the idea of developing canals for pleasure use.
And Michael speaking about the management of Staines Moor.
We have to put a certain amount of cattle and horses out there. Now, there are not many people who have got animals, out of the 220 registered commoners who are entitled to graze out there. There are hardly any that have got horses or cattle. So what we do is we have the farrens from the people who don't use them, and we select people to graze out there.
These people and others help to bring to life the Coal Valley Regional Park's colourful history and highlight the legacy left by its industrial heritage, which has been enjoyed over the years. Please join me for the next episode of the 50 Years of the Unofficial Countryside, where I will start our journey in the upper valley of the Coal Valley Regional Park. Thank you. This series has been supported by funding from the Heritage Lottery Fund.